What's up everybody, Tommy Har with The Real Side of Real Estate. In today's video, we're back at the hoarder house that went crazy viral on my social media. People told me I was an idiot for buying it. People told me to tear it down. They told me I didn't know what I was doing. And I'm here for a little check-in update. Let me give you guys in this video a little before and after of where it's at now to where it was before. Some of the things we've ran into and the prices of things. So as you are looking at rehabs, you're not just seeing cool things on the page, but you're also learning things as well. Bought this house for $268,000. We're gonna spend $160 or so on rehab. We're gonna sell it for over 500 grand, I believe. So not a home run deal, but it makes for great TV and a great before and after. This house is gonna be amazing. Probably my favorite house so far on season 2. Because we're just gonna turn this thing into a masterpiece. It's also gonna be a mid-century modern. And I figured that I found out that I actually really like mid-century modern houses too. So let's show you guys what we've done so far. We're about a month and a half into construction, maybe a little bit less. We just got our permits about 2 weeks ago. But this was a humongous clean out, hoarder house. We went through 24 dumpsters. We have spent a little over $20,000, so $20,000 some change on demolition and trash out itself. So I'll show you guys some videos, what it was like before. And then here is what it looks like now. As what you're looking at right now is what we call the framing and rough mechanicals phase of construction. So you start with demolition. So you start by trashing it out, you then demo it, and then you start working your layout. So this house right here was really choppy. We had a wall here, we had a wall here, we had a long living space. So as you can see, we beamed it up. So we ran an LVL beam, which is a load-bearing beam, all the way across. But the problem was this comes over, this was where the house kind of connects. And this is where it connects over here. So we had to put a post right in the middle, which is gonna be right where our island is. So we're having to build this into our island. So just things that you run into construction that altered our design at first, but my old house had a post like this in it. We wrapped it around. It'll end up looking really nice, but not the first design that you go with in a house might have to be altered. So you have to be ready to pivot. You have to be ready to move. You have to be ready to make decisions. You can't let things like this cripple you. So like I said, doing framing, we vaulted the ceilings. So there was a wall right here, opened it completely up. So you can kind of just see and feel how big this space is now. My mom told me I was crazy for thinking I could get 500 grand for this house. This house is fucking awesome now. Like, beautiful. I love vaulted ceilings. Like, you walk in the front door, this is gonna be an 8-foot island. So we got trash cabinet, drawer microwave, 42 base, and an 18. So we got from here all the way to here in an island. My fridge is gonna be here. We got rid of a door right here. So that's the cool thing about full rehabs is you can delete, move, edit, alter, whatever you want in a house. Before there was a door right here. Before there was a door right here. So we were like, when we were doing the kitchen, it was small, it was tight. We were like, what the fuck do we do with this thing? Now we have a massive wraparound kitchen going all the way around with a big island. Like, you're gonna walk into this house and be like, damn. And then we're like, okay, where do we put the door? Where was the big question was, where's the dining space? So we're like, okay, do we put it here? So we talked about it being right here for a long time. We thought, put a table here, you kind of do a kitchen that way with a small island. And I was like, you know what? We need a big ass kitchen in this house. It's gonna be badass. We're near Upper Arlington. Somebody's gonna pay the money for this thing. So I was like, and I'm taking credit for this, yes, it was my idea. Whoever's watching this, mom, Amanda, whoever, yes, this was my idea, yes. Slider off of this side. So now we have this beautiful big slider to our backyard. We had to rebuild this porch anyway. You see the red tag on the front door as we walk in. It's because this was condemned back here. We ripped all of this porch out. The concrete is existing and nice. Damn, our fence is gone too now. I flipped this house right next door. Yeah, I'm like that, so what? We made good money on that thing, like 40 G's. Now we got this big, beautiful backyard. So I guess it did not feel this big because it was so overgrown. Me and Rob, did we ever post that video that we had?
It's in my apartment.
Damn.
It's like 20 minutes.
What are we doing?
I have to get that.
What are we doing?
Chop that thing.
That video is awesome. Robbie has a video of us walking it for the first time and it was fucking insane. And he's holding it out on me. Don't you have to just put it into Opus and it'll do it for you?
I don't want to do it. I want to make a 10-minute video.
So now we can do that too. This will be fenced all the way down, connecting to that one. So now we got a big old backyard. And if we come out here, you can see we have a brand new roof that looks like it actually needs some repairs done to it still. Doesn't look amazing. But got a new roof.
You can see the doors removed right there.
Yeah, door removed there. But this is now feeling like a real house again. So as of today, so I'll show you guys some more stuff as we go, but as promised, we spent $20,900 on demo, $8,430.92 on garage. So that was garage roof, for roof, sorry. So that was the roof for the garage, the roof for the house. For windows, we spent $580, permitting, $2,000, framing, $4,000. So some of those numbers, maybe we've not paid for everything yet, like framing, but some of my guys are just really like that and not overly expensive. What else do we have here? So we got beautiful living space. Dining space is now here to kind of tie that loop in. So we're gonna stage this right here as our dining area, which is awesome. Also, you can move it. We were even thinking you could have your dining table right here as you walk in.
It's a big space.
It's a big space because you could put a couch here, TV there, and you put your table right here. Because you also have down here your extra living space. So it splits up, splits down, and then splits down again. And now we had a half bath down here. We turned it into a full. So what you're seeing right now is the rough plumbing phase. So digging up the concrete, laying our new drains in the slab. So you keep it open until you get your plumbing inspection done, and then you put it back in after it gets your pressure test and it passes. So we got a full bath here. We got shower pan this way. We got our toilet here. We got our sink going right there. Really, really, really cool what we've done with this. So door coming out here. And then the one issue we ran into, because there was a wall right here, and this was kind of your office or storage area, we didn't know there was a beam or a metal post in this wall. We were gonna make this room this big. So this bedroom was gonna come all the way out to where Rob's at and just be a big box, but we couldn't have a post in the middle of it. So we got it and we were like, fuck, another issue. And what we couldn't do is we can't move this post because this beam goes here and stops. And according to my engineer, if you moved it at all, you'd have to get you'd get a whole new beam that has to run across. That'd be expensive. So what we did is we created the closet when you walk in, and then just made this its kind of its own little space. So your dining table could go down here, or this is just like a little den sitting area. And then over into here, we've got a beautiful living space. So you run another couch here, pool table, you name it. So as of today, we spent $42,000. Our rough-ins are going in, so we've not spent anything on our plumbing, our HVAC, or our electric yet because they've not passed the inspections. It's another lesson, don't pay for your stuff until they pass, then pay. Because if it doesn't pass and you've already paid them, you're gonna have to call them back and it's gonna be a pain in the ass. So we've got all of our wiring in. I know my electricians were here yesterday because they posted videos dancing in here. It was awesome. But what other things do you think people need to know, Rob?
Just adding the value back to the upstairs, or does that matter?
We can show them upstairs. So we turned it from a 3-bed, 2.5 bath to a 4-bed, 3-bath. I was gonna finish the other split down, but it just didn't make any sense. I'm not really finishing many more basements.
That would have been a lot of living space.
A lot. So I was like, I ran a price per square foot here and I was like, man, if you're going off that, you make a lot of money, but it's in the basement. So, but the house is already huge. Bedroom here, bedroom there, fully rewiring, because why not? You know? It's like going on TV, you gotta make it as nice as humanly possible. Bathroom, more or less the same layout, because the reason we kept this the same layout, they wanted to move the tub here. That was the original plan, the designers. But I was like, guys, we've got a window right here. What are we doing with the window? And then also, we got 2 ducts right here. What are we doing with this duct? It's like, can we not spend the extra money and we keep it the same? And they're like, really? Why? Like, yes, because that's another $3,000 or whatever it would be to just move the tub from here to here. Is that really gonna add that much value? No. So, no construction and be able to have checks and balances with the people you're leaning on, because they might not be thinking a good designer. I'm not saying my designer are good, my architects are good, but sometimes you won't see that when you're first looking at it, so you really gotta be able to put your foot down and say, and you gotta learn construction, because that's just, and you gotta understand how a house is put together, so on and so forth. Okay, and then this was the tough one. This was how it was before. We couldn't really rearrange the space because it was just too small, but we wanted a primary bath, so we kept it a corner shower. I don't know if this is gonna hurt the value or not, but I know it's better to have than not to have. So we'll see how it goes, to be honest. But yeah, this is what a $160,000 rehab looks like. If you guys wanna see this thing finished, I don't know if we'll do another update video here or not. If you guys wanna see it finished, head over to A&E in the spring, I'm assuming, is when it's gonna drop. And as always, The Real Side of Real Estate, like and subscribe if you wanna learn how to flip houses. If you want to get money without having mommy and daddy give it to you, join the Real Side of Real Estate community. I can teach you how to flip houses like a professional, make life-changing money. But in order to join my mentorship, you have to come to one of my workshops, which are in Columbus, Ohio. My next one is in October of 2026. This one's sold out. But until then, keep learning for free and keep getting that value. Peace.